San Martin have just released a new watch, the SN0131, and it's quite an interesting one because there are elements to this watch that look a little bit familiar. There's definitely some originality to this watch. I don't think they're paying homage to one specific watch, but it's a bit of a mix of new design elements and familiar design elements, and I'm curious to know what you guys think of it. Let me know in the comments section if you can see any other watches in this SN0131. The bracelet's definitely interesting, something I've never seen from San Martin before. A beads of rice bracelet with a bit of a twist, and yeah, in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the new SN0131. Let's crack on. Now, you will be forgiven for feeling a little bit of deja vu because it wasn't that long ago San Martin produced this, the SN0026, and there are some striking similarities, aren't there? In particular with the dial and the hands. The case is obviously very, very different. They're actually quite different watches, different movements. The dials aren't identical, they are different sizes, and yeah, the colours are slightly different. They've used different lume. But yeah, there's definitely some similarities. The pattern on the dial, the fact that it's a fading dial, all the markers and the hands seem to be almost identical. So yeah, I think they've taken some inspiration from their own watch, but yeah, they've definitely taken inspiration, I think, from other watches for certain design elements. But yeah, there's definitely some originality to this watch, and the things that stand out to me the most, I think, are, well, the 12 o'clock marker is an interesting upside down triangle with some slight curves to the sides. And then you've got this rather striking and bold, all stainless steel, but beautifully finished bezel, brushing on top, and a very large polished chamfered edge, some box crystal as well, look, which is very, very nice. But the bracelet, I think, is one of the most interesting and striking elements to this watch. I'm not a huge fan of beads of rice bracelets in general, but it is nice to see them producing something a little bit different. Those slimmer links in the center culminate in a point, brushed as well, so there doesn't appear to be any polished surfaces on this bracelet, but those surfaces, all those facets on those links, encouraging a little bit of extra light play, I think. So yeah, is this bracelet original? I wonder if I've seen links like this before. I thought I had, but I couldn't find them. I went online to see if I could see a bracelet like this somewhere else, but I wasn't able to find it. Beautifully finished though. I mean, look at the underside of the links, all very softly contoured. Yeah, they really are the masters of stainless steel finishing, aren't they? They've continued to use their very popular on the fly adjustable clasp. You do need to be a little bit careful with this one though, because this end link can get stuck if you push it in with this link like this. Look, if you push this on the fly adjustment link in, that surface gets trapped underneath the outer shell, look. So yeah, when you are essentially pushing in this bracelet, you need to make sure that that link is flat like that, look. Now the case as well looks a little bit familiar. Maybe they've produced watches with this case before, but the overall shape and design of it also, well, just generally looks quite familiar. I guess there's not that many original case designs out there, and I'm talking about true 100% originality. I'm thinking King Seiko to some degree, those sort of angles and those contours, just the overall shape of it, I think. Drilled lugs, look. Beautifully finished. Do I need to talk about San Martin's stainless steel finishing? I've taken lots of macro shots of this watch, and it just seems to be impeccably well finished. Yeah, it's nice. Love this huge bezel. It's a really cool feature. I like it. Now, the San Martin official store on AliExpress currently has this watch listed for $232 US, which I think is a very fair price for this watch. A beautifully finished all stainless steel sports watch housing the NH35. As I've mentioned, some originality to the design, some familiar design elements. Yeah, I think it's well worth the $232 US NH35. You should be familiar with that movement by now, beating 21,600 beats per hour, hacks and hand winds. Yeah, it's a good movement for this watch. The crystal is sapphire. It comes with a blue AR coating, double domed, so good clarity at a tight angle. It's a sort of box crystal as well because it sits above that bezel, giving the side profile, yeah, some interesting height and depth to this watch. Yeah, I like the lines. Drilled lugs, 100 meters of water resistance, screw down crown, screw down case back. There will be a ghost position on the crown because the NH35 has a date complication, and this is a no date dial. This is the only version they've made of this watch as well. It's only available in this color with this movement. It's this or, well, nothing, basically. So yeah, the case back is very simple. Screw down case back. Look, no details or specifications on it. You do have the logo on the outer shell of the clasp. I've already mentioned the ability to micro adjust this clasp. Solid end links, solid links, screw pins. What else? Ooh, signed crown look. Beautifully finished end links, fit very, very nicely. Solid end links look, and yeah, they match up with the case pretty nicely. Right, I'll show you the lume degrading at the end of the video. It looks fairly good. Some of the markers are applied and some of them are printed on the dial look. So I think there'll be a mix of stamina, shall we say, when it comes to the lume. I suspect the hands and the 12, 3, 6 and 9 markers will last pretty well, but the lume printed onto the dial everywhere else will probably fade first. But yeah, I suspect overall the lume is pretty good. And the dial is nice, isn't it? It's a sort of fading dial. It's got that sort of globe pattern on it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Right, let's get it on the wrist, I think. Here it is then on my roughly average sized wrist. Very comfortable, good weight distribution all the way around. It's not a huge watch. I've put the dimensions and the weight in the bottom right hand corner there. Look, it's only 100 meters of water resistance. So yeah, not a massive case, not particularly deep, solid links and a fairly substantial clasp. So yeah, the weight is distributed well all the way around the wrist. And with this on the fly adjustment system, you can't fail to get a good fit. And yeah, I like it. I do like it. Definitely some originality to this watch. A few familiar design elements, as I've said already. But I think overall they've created a fairly original and interesting looking watch. Right, I'm going to sign out while we watch the lume degrade. As always, guys, a massive thank you from me to you for watching my videos and supporting the channel. Don't forget there are affiliate links in my video description if you want to continue to support this channel. It would be appreciated. And don't forget, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe smash that bell notifications icon as well so you don't miss out on future uploads. Right, guys, take care. Look after yourselves. You'll see me again very, very soon.